Tuesday continues here on One News Now. I'm Dani Laurel. The country's trade gap widened as exports and imports fell in December of 2022. Fresh data from the Philippine Statistics Authority showed that the trade deficit jumped to nearly $4.6 billion in December from $3.7 billion in November of last year. This December figure represents a contraction of 10.2% for the trade balance. Exports for last month declined by 9.7%, while imports also contracted at a pace of 9.9%. Meanwhile, GDP growth for the third quarter of last year remained at 7.6%, despite some revisions made by the PSA. Of the three major sectors, the agency only revised growth for services to 9.2% from the 9.1% previously. This revision comes ahead of the release of the fourth quarter and full year GDP figures. That's at 10 a.m. today. All right, now checking in on the markets, of course, as we just received those fresh trade figures at around 9 a.m. Now, just to clarify for our viewers here, exports falling 9.7% year on year. The estimate of Bloomberg analysts, or those surveyed by Bloomberg, was actually that exports were to jump by 9%. On the other hand, imports, which were up or falling by 9.7% year on year, the contraction estimated by those surveyed was 5.8% of a contraction. So again, exports declining. The expectation was that it would be jumping. Imports declining bigger than expected. Now you can see here the movement of the trade deficit still widening towards the end of the year. We're still very much in the red here. The peso, however, continuing to strengthen. I'll actually just pull out for you guys the peso itself so we can see how that's trading. We can actually see a stronger peso this morning on the back of that trade figures, firming up at 54.54 to the greenback. Now let's take a quick peek at our index and how we are moving this morning on the back of those fresh trade figures, and of course anticipating the full year GDP 2022 figures. We seem to be continuing on that upward trend. Yesterday, we also saw quite some sideways movement here. We're up by 0.09%, trading at 7,087.49. We will, of course, be checking in later on in the broadcast on the figures, which Finance Secretary Diokno says might be above the GDP target range of 6.5% to 7.5%. Let's take a quick peek at our movers for the first few minutes of trade. We're 15 minutes into the trading day. You've actually got Emperador up by 1 7/10%, San Miguel Corporation as well, and Ayala Corporation. So a mixed bag here. On the downside, you've got PLDT sitting out this rally. That's down by 1 4/10% together with ASEN and ICTSI. Now, some breaking news here for those fans of Figaro Coffee, which is, of course, just opened or at a current trading halt at the moment. Let's see whether that trading halt has been effectively listed or what time that will be picked up. That's actually still on a trading halt. This, of course, as Monde Nissen's executive committee has approved the acquisition of a 15% stake in Figaro. So very interesting here. That's going to be 820.3 million pesos, translating to 1 peso per share. And you can see on my chart here that the last trading price was at 89 centavos per share. So again, the offer here of Monde Nissen is higher than the last trading price, and they will be using this money to finance their expansion plans. Now recall that Figaro operates different restaurants, not just Figaro Coffee, but also Angel's Pizza, which is a pizza store, Tien Mas, which is a Taiwanese cuisine, and Cafe Portofino. Now just checking in on the acquirer here, Monde Nissen is actually down by 16 centavos to 14 pesos and 14 centavos. And finally, I did want to take a quick peek at one other stock to watch, which is Cebu Pacific, which is enjoying quite a bump up here of 35 centavos. This, as they've mentioned, that they will fully restore their pre-pandemic capacity in March of this year. They've actually now operating 350 flights per day, and their pre-pandemic average was around 380 to 420 of the daily average. They've also cut its loss, or this is according to some estimates of analysts, probably cutting its loss to 2 billion pesos last year, compared, of course, to the height of the losses of 27 billion pesos. They are saying that the Hong Kong market will probably be its biggest market. So Cebu Pacific, one to watch there as our markets percolate this trading day. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Dani Laurel. The Department of Information and Communications Technology says 100% SIM registration is not feasible by the deadline of April 26th. DICT Undersecretary Ana May Lamentillo told The Big Story that some users will choose not to register their SIM cards. These include scammers and those with multiple SIM cards. Currently, there are about 161 million active SIM cards, over 20 million of which are already registered.
It's because SIM cards that have been used on scams prior to this, prior to the enactment of the law, would opt not to register. There will also be voluntary deactivations from some citizens who are using multiple SIM cards.
Meralco is set to start sourcing 670 megawatts of its power requirement from the wholesale electricity spot market, or the WESM. This move comes after the expiry of Meralco's 30-day emergency supply deal with Aboitiz-led GN Power Dinginin Ltd. It was supposed to be covered by a deal with SMC Global Power, which was subjected to a temporary restraining order. Meralco assures its customers of measures to protect them from volatile and higher prices of electricity. On to some tech news. TikTok's algorithm might know you better than you know yourself. TikTok superstar Chris Olsen shows Bloomberg Quick Takes Madison Mills how well the app knows him. Let's take a peek at his FYP or For You page.
This person seems to be at an art museum, and they're spinning this thing called a chaotic pendulum to the song Here Comes the Hurricane. Hi, I'm Chris Olsen, a content creator, and this is my For You page.
Olsen has over 10 million followers across platforms and over 135 million views just on one of his viral TikTok series, the one where he flies coffee to celebrities across the country.
I've only ever done this once. I've scrolled through a For You page with someone I was on a date with, and I didn't love that feeling. I am excited to show you this content, but it also could go horribly wrong.
Your algorithm may know you better than you know yourself. The For You page on TikTok or Explore page on Instagram is a feed of content that's personalized just for you based on your interests, and it can get really specific.
It's a wide range of things. I'm a theater kid through and through, so occasionally I'll get theater videos that have like 100 likes. This first video is a video of Bella Hadid making a smoothie. I love Bella Hadid and I love smoothies. This is my friend Elise Myers washing her face after putting way too much foundation on. I'm actually not sure if that's what she did, but it looks like she may have a little bit too much foundation on. Next. Oh, it's myself. It is me and Meghan Trainor. Now we have Barbara Corcoran saying that she loves firing people on Friday. Come on, Shark Tank.
From rug cleaning videos to high school theater kid drama, the algorithm says a lot just by showing you what you like.
I'm honestly surprised I didn't get any rug cleaning videos. If you haven't seen any of them, look them up because they're very satisfying and calming.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online, or visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now. That's at www.signalplay.com, and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I'm Danny Laurel. Join us again at 11:15 a.m. We are One News, all sides, all the time.